Hello, I'm Dwight Lockhart, and my company is I Like It 3D. We do props, signage, airbrushing, you name it. Wait till you see what we can do for you.
Welcome to Theme It, and I'm William Power, and I am here with my good friend Dwight Lockhart. And today we are doing a meet and greet with Dwight. Dwight's going to be a part of my YouTube channel, so I wanted you guys to get to know him. I wanted you to meet him, and we can run through a lot of the things that he has done, because he is like the Jedi Master of theming. So it is my pleasure to bring my good friend Dwight onto my channel. So
happy to be part of the team.
Thanks for coming.
Awesome,
Dwight.
Will.
Thanks for being here. So as we talk to Dwight here, we're gonna back up the bus. We're gonna go right back. He's been an artist virtually his whole life. So Dwight, when did you really start doing this kind of work?
I started in 1974. I always loved cars. Any kid does. And I was excited to go to the World of Wheels car show. So I got $5 from my mom to go to the show, went down the Stampede grounds, looked at all the cars, I was like, awesome. And just when I was leaving, I saw this guy drawing on t-shirts. But he wasn't using a felt pen, he wasn't using a pencil, he was airbrushing them. And I come to find out later that there was a guy from California who invented that. His name was Ed Roth. I thought, well, this is something I'd like to do. So I never stopped doing artwork from that day forward.
That's amazing.
People would say, can you flame my car? Can you pinstripe this? Can you make me a sign? Can you do me a logo? Basically anything that I could do creative, I did it. Now next year is going to be 49 years, and I've done sculptures and paintings and wall murals.
I was just going to say this airbrushing, it didn't stop at that. It started with doing sculpting, CNC work, many different projects that you've done.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the sculpting, actually, because I've seen some of the sculpting work that you've done, especially in the drywall mud, which is probably like one of the more recent things that you have done.
I've done life-size Batman, life-size Batmobile, the 3D drywall mud sculptures.
Yes, yes.
So my wife Debbie, that was her idea. She's really creative, my wife Debbie.
Yes, yes, she
genius designer, amazing art director. She always says, well, yeah, you're not done yet, right? Yeah. She's never rude. She just says, you're not done yet, right? Yeah. Or she'd say, well, you're gonna top that off with some airbrush, aren't you? And this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's so nice to have someone to compliment you so well with what you do and what she can do. Yeah.
We build custom movie theaters in people's homes. That's just another thing we do. So we made one for ourselves. That was about 2001. And we've since built 30, 40 movie theaters for people. The last one we did was a Muppet movie theater. So it starts off with the sound system, and we would blow the image on the wall and get like a 10-foot movie screen for nothing. You just paint the wall with the flat ceiling paint, and you shoot the wall, and you get, like hockey games, you watch the Flames hockey games, of course. The players are life-size. When they shoot the puck, you kind of duck, like, whoa, like, easy, buddy. Yeah. There's nothing better than meeting your customers, even though they're not your customers yet, because many times they turn into friends, just like you.
Yeah.
Right? You came into my buddy's store there, the garage store in Calgary. They do floor coatings and soup up your garage, make it really functional. And then right away we're like, oh, we like all the same stuff.
Yeah, it was really kind of funky how that happened. It was, because just to inform some of the viewers out there, Dwight had the name Theme It 10 plus years ago, and he had moved away, left the name. His new company now is I Like It 3D, and it went, I think after 7 years, the name comes back up for re-registering. And when I went into the registry, that was the only name I had. That was the only one that I wanted. And she says, well, you need more than one. I says, well, that's all I got. She says, well, we'll check it out. So lo and behold, it came up and it was available. So I'm like, yes, this is great. So I'm handing out cards all over Calgary, and I go to the garage store and I'm looking around, and the owner's son was there, and he says, well, what do you do? What is it that you do? So I hand him my card, and I says, I like to do theme stuff. He says, well, you need to meet Dwight. And I'm like, okay. And just by weird coincidence, it was on a Saturday, and Dwight's not usually there on a Saturday, but by chance he showed up 20 minutes after we got talking with a book about this thick of all the cool builds that he has done. And I'm looking through this and I'm like, oh, this is like a dream. So instantly I gave him my card, and he's like, really? You stole my name? Yeah. And I says, no, I just registered this name. He goes, no, you don't understand. I had this name, what was it, 10 plus years ago.
And we had a website with Theme It and everything on it. But then we went to I Like It 3D, which we still have. And
it was just so weird how the minds that we have think so similar that we come up with virtually the same name. And the odds of meeting this guy, you know, randomly just handing out cards that one day was just astronomical. It's like it's just such a fun thing to do work for other people that they've dreamt about, and when they do meet me, they go, I wanted to get this done for 20 years, right? I just did that for a guy the other day. Yeah. I did a job for him. He said, I've been thinking about this for 20 years. They're so excited. And then you get excited, and then this is another thing about art. I won't wax on too long. If you see a piece of art and you like it, the guy or girl, when they were drawing it, they were enjoying themselves. Okay. Now you see a piece of art and I don't love it, right? The guy or girl who did that, they were having negative thoughts while they were doing the artwork. Something had upset them. They had an argument or a fight with somebody. They weren't being grateful. They were not in a good mood when you're doing the art, and guess what? That goes right into the painting. Yeah, it's like a full extension of your being.
Yeah, it is. When I love what I do, I absolutely love it. So when you meet somebody just like Will, totally love the guy. It's amazing what he does. But your hockey thing you built recently, this display cabinet for collector hockey cards. I know, it's beautiful. So Will said, can you help me make this? So he gets the vision. He can use the CNC, make the stuff, and I can do the artsy fartsy part.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because I do the more carpentry things, and Dwight does the artwork stuff, which you've done carpentry stuff as well, you know. Yeah.
But now I'm getting older. But you got the talent for running the CNC. You ran other CNCs, I've done CNC. Milling machines and stuff. And I got to mention this too, it's just fun. We ordered this CNC, it came out of British Columbia, and I was working on a big project and it was sitting there. So Debbie goes, this is stupid. So she learned how to use it, made a bunch of stuff, taught me how to use the CNC. And this is like really technical stuff.
It's not easy. No. And she learned it on her own.
Yeah, in like 3 months, and then taught me.
I know, when I heard that story, I was amazed. Dwight has a bit of a YouTube channel as well, and some of his stuff's on there.
Another thing that is on there, I did a bunch of work for Pyramid Productions, and they're a film production company. I did some movie set pieces and stuff for them, pretty neat stuff. But I asked them if they'd make me a corporate video.
Hello, I'm Dwight Lockhart, and my company is I Like It 3D. We do props, signage, airbrushing, you name it. Wait till you see what we can do for you.
That's the one.
Okay, so now we're in your space. Can we just look at this space and we'll see how we can modify it to match? There's so much pleasure in the creative process, feeling the brush strokes and painting, and you're imagining your next step. What's a cooler car than the Batmobile? I created a life-size car of the Michael Keaton Batmobile just for a private collector, and it was a prop, so it didn't have a motor, but everything else, you'd swear it was a real car. Airbrush work is my first passion. I've airbrushed on Vipers and Prowlers, fridges, hundreds of motorcycles, whether it's a 3D carve or a mural or painting. I use artist quality paints. I put my heart into it, so everything that I do has a built-in guarantee that it's done to please me, which very much will please you.
I Like It 3D and Dwight's creativity have helped us take it to the next level. We've actually submitted many of our jobs for North American-wide awards. We've won many, and I can tell you that every job we've done with Dwight and submitted with him involved with us, we've won easily. We're doing stuff that people haven't done. We're doing stuff that I've never thought of. I just give him the idea in the room, and his creative mind is able to take us to places in the room that we would not have thought about. And then he finishes it in such a way that it's absolutely perfect.
And sometimes it just says done, and you stop, and then you come back and you go, no, it's really done. I guarantee my work. I put my heart and my soul into it, and you'll know it, and you'll feel it, and you'll see it. If you have an idea, I can make it happen.
You know, I'm going to mention something about the Comic Con. I said that earlier. So Will and I displayed some stuff there, and Will made these wonderful cabinets. They're all wavy and funky looking. They look like Dr. Seuss kind of designs.
That's why I love Comic-Con, because I seen through the years, because I was going to these shows for years, and I just see it amping up. Now you're getting 3D printing technology.
Which I told you I'm getting one for my birthday, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Deb said, what do you want for your birthday?
Nice.
And I thought about it because she got me this beautiful collector Hot Wheels, Rat-Fink Hot Wheels, right? Oh, I didn't mention that, right? I'm a licensed Ed Roth Rat-Fink artist.
I wanted to touch on that here shortly, that that was such a cool thing that you were able to acquire, was to get the licensing to do the Rat-Fink character. And if you're into the rat rotting or into cars, you're going to be familiar with this character. He looks like a tripped out rat on meth, and we know it from way back in the 60s. This character has been out, and there was these comics and magazines called cartoons, and so many different versions of the Rat-Fink. But really, the one thing that I was totally jazzed about and amazed is the life-size Rat-Fink sculptor that we did without a CNC equipment. It was all done by hand. Just so cool, so awesome. There's so much creativity out there. Like with Theme It, I want to showcase a lot of people's really cool builds as well. You know, Dwight's going to be a regular on my channel. There's no question, because he's always doing something really cool. Always, every day. You know, it's just great stuff.
Well, I'll just say you're not a liar. No, I am fortunate. God's blessed me with lots of customers and lots of projects.
And a beautiful talent, you know, and that's really, really cool.
Well, we appreciate being able to be on your show.
Yes, I appreciate you being on the show, and like I say, we're going to see a lot more of Dwight here in the future on Theme It.
Yep.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to all my subscribers and people watching my channel.
That's very nice.
And I appreciate everyone out there. So thanks, Dwight.
Very good. Thanks, Will.
Awesome. See you later, guys.
Theme It. Like and subscribe. You don't want to miss an episode. Do it. Do it now.